Kensington is a neighborhood in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It is between the lower northeast section of Philadelphia and North Philadelphia, not to be confused with the former Kensington District, now commonly referred to as Fishtown. As with all neighborhoods in Philadelphia, the lack of any official designation means the boundaries of the area vary between sources and over time. Traditionally, Kensington is best known for its large working-class Irish Catholic community. Kensington was the location of the Philadelphia nativist riots in the 19th century. Kensington is also the birthplace of the K&M, a gang, an Irish-American organized crime network. Along with Irish Americans, Kensington is also home to a large population of Hispanic Americans, African Americans, Polish Americans, and Italian Americans. Location: generally accepted boundaries of the triangular area bounded by Erie Avenue to the north, Front Street to the west, and Trenton Avenue to the east, while others say it's bounded by Kensington Avenue to north, Aram-Ingo Avenue to the south, Lehigh Avenue to the west, and Castor Avenue to east. Within these boundaries, sub-neighborhoods include East Kensington, Harrogate, Lower Kensington, West Kensington, and Fishtown. Due to colloquial changes in the boundaries of the area since the Act of Consolidation 1854, no clear definition is possible. The Greater Kensington area of the city roughly coincides with the former Kensington District, Richmond District, Aram-Ingo Borough, and Northern Liberties Township. Since incorporation into the city of Philadelphia, these areas have evolved over time to include portions of the modern Kensington. The area is just a couple of miles northeast of Center City and just to the west of the Port Richmond neighborhood. Bordering neighborhoods include West Kensington to the west, Old Kensington and Fishtown to the south, Port Richmond to the east, and Harrogate to the north. The U.S. Postal Service designates Kensington as zip codes 19,125. The U.S. Postal Service considers 19,134 as the area known as Richmond and Port Richmond. Adjacent neighborhoods are Northern Liberties zip code 19,123, Fishtown zip code 19,125, Port Richmond zip code 19,134, Juniata, and Frankford. History: Kensington was founded by Anthony Palmer around 1732. Palmer purchased what was called the Fairman Estate, located along the Delaware River in the Northern Liberties. The entire estate consisted of 191.5 acres of land, much smaller than the Kensington we know of today. Palmer was an English merchant who came to Philadelphia very early in the 18th century from Barbados. The town of Kensington was named for the area in London known as Kensington Gardens. Palmer laid out his town and sold parcels to the many people who worked along the Delaware River, in the fishing industry and many shipbuilding yards. The original area of Kensington is now more commonly called Fishtown, mainly because of the shad fishing that was the dominant business in Kensington in the 18th and 19th centuries. Anthony Palmer was very active in local government and was part of the Philadelphia Council. As head of council, Palmer became the acting provincial governor of Pennsylvania in 1747 and 1748. Palmer died in 1749 and is buried in Christ Church Burial Grounds in Old City section of Philadelphia. Kensington has traditionally been known as the working-class center of Philadelphia. Initially, employment focused around the nearby waterfront and the activities of fishermen and ship and boat builders. In the early 19th century, Kensington transitioned to iron and steel manufacture and became home to a variety of factories, potteries, and machine works. In the later 19th century, Kensington became one of the leading centers of the textile industry, particularly in carpet manufacture. McNeil laboratories began with the purchase of a pharmacy in the area in 1879 by the company's namesake. In 1903, Mother Jones organized a children's crusade of children from the local mills and mines to protest against child labor. They marched from Kensington to Oyster Bay, New York, carrying banners demanding, "We want to go to school and not the mines." Deindustrialization eventually took its hold on the neighborhood in the 1950s, leading to a significant population loss, high unemployment, economic decline, and the abandoning of homes in the neighborhood. However, some sections of the neighborhood have been revitalized in recent years, especially those near Frankford Avenue, Kensington's neighbor north of Lehigh Avenue, and Fishtown, an area of Kensington where many shad fisheries were located. Another traditionally working-class neighborhood which has seen rents increase. While most of the large manufacturers have left, the area has many small shops and large renovated factories and warehouses for newer artisans to set up shop. National Register of Historic Places. The 26th District Police and Patrol Station, Beatty's Mills Factory Building, H.W. Butterworth & Sons Company Building, Kensington High School for Girls, and Philip H. Sheridan School are listed on the National Register of Historic Places. Demographics. As of the 2010 census, Kensington was 38.9% Hispanic of any race, 37.4% non-Hispanic white, 14.8% non-Hispanic black, 6.2% Asian, and 2.7% all other. Government and infrastructure. The United States Post Office operates the Kensington Post Office at 1602 Frankford Avenue. The intersection of Kensington and Allegheny Avenues is a major transportation and retail hub in the Richmond neighborhood, as it is served by the Frankford elevated portion of the Market-Frankford line which, running on top of Kensington Avenue, dominates the intersection. SEPTA bus routes 3 and 60 on Allegheny Avenue, with Route 5 nearby on Frankford Avenue, also serve the K&A area. Education. Primary and secondary schools. The School District of Philadelphia operates public schools. Public schools in Kensington include Kensington High School Complex, Jules E. Mastbaum Vocational Technical High School, Russell Conwell Middle Magnet School, and John H. Webster Elementary School. Private schools include Ascension of Our Lord Parish School. Public libraries. The Free Library of Philadelphia operates the McPherson Square branch at 601 East Indiana Avenue, and the Kensington branch at 104 W. Dauphin Street. Crime. Kensington was the birthplace of the K&A gang, an Irish-American organized crime association known for their distribution of methamphetamine in the 1980s. The intersection of Kensington Avenue and Somerset Street was listed number 1 in a 2007 list of the city's top 10 recreational drug corners, according to an article by Philadelphia Weekly reporter Steve Falk. In 2010, 3 victims were found strangled. The killer is referred to by the media as the Kensington Strangler. A person of interest, Antonio Rodriguez, in the case was arrested in January 2011. Antonio Rodriguez confessed to the murders and was sentenced to life in prison in 2012. People from Kensington, Philadelphia. Eddie Alvarez, mixed martial artist. Samuel B. Booth, minister of St. Luke's Church, 1914 to 1918. Frank Cappuccino, boxing referee. Shane Claiborne, founding member of the Simple Way religious group. Emmanuel Davis, basketball player. G. Hugh Eyre, Revolutionary War shipbuilder. Edwin Henry Fittler, mayor of Philadelphia. William J. Green, 3, politician, Mayor Philadelphia. Joseph Hallman, composer. John Hewson, textile producer. Sherry Honkala, anti-poverty advocate. Edward Gully, dancer. Benny McLaughlin, soccer player. A. Mosley, singer-songwriter; Jonathan Marbury, author; Bob McNeil, basketball player; Jamie Moffat, filmmaker; Eddie Stanky, baseball player; John J. Taylor, politician.